Well, hey there, I'm a music teacher. I've written 10 books on music. I've composed music for 3 games, and today I'm talking about composing music for video games. Let's rock and roll. We're going to be answering questions in my community where I help gamers create and compose their own music for video games. Let's jump in and share screen and get started. All right, first we have an update on subphrase combinations from Adrian Guzman. Let's check it out. Great. So this is A, tremendously, tremendously effective. All right, let's check out what the B is going to look like here. Now we have a very different B. All right, so I'm going to listen from his third A here into his B. Yeah, great. Fantastic contrast there. That's exactly what we're looking for. We're looking at a 4-measure subphrase group. We want to have an AAB. We can see that the first 4 measures, same notes, same rhythm. Now you could keep the same rhythm and change the notes here, still call it an A. But we have the same note, same rhythm again, 3 times in a row. Fantastic. And then here B, A contrasting B. Now, the one thing that would make this more contrasting is we can see that one of the hallmarks or characteristics of our A is that we have an E note on beat 2 and then a G note on beat 4. Here in the first measure, we still have an E note on beat 2 and still in beat 4, we have lasting in there a G note. So you might consider testing out changing what's happening here so it's not following the same contour, the same shape as the A. That would create even more contrast. Now that's not something you have to do, but that's just the technical way that you would create more contrast there if you so chose. All right, let's check out a different AA. Oh, this is AABB. Excellent, it's the same one. Okay, cool. Let's check out AABC. Okay, so here for C, again, we'd want even more variation, especially in the first 2 measures. Like, I haven't listened to it, I'm just looking at it, and I can see the variation. We have measure 3 is identical, measure 1 is identical. And if we think about, this is something called hypermeter, but if we think about how in 4/4 we have like strong, weak, strong, weakest at the level of the measure, if we zoom out and we think about 4 measures, the first measure is going to be strongest, second measure is going to be weak, third measure is going to be strong, fourth measure is going to be weakest. So if we think about that, you have the identical notes here in your strongest and strong measures. To get even more contrast out of this, change what's in your strongest and strong measures. That'll get you even more contrast here on the C. When I say change, I mean like radically different. Like don't start on a note that is not E4. Start on a note that is not C5, right? So we've got a C5 here. We've got an E4 here. Start on a note that is not C4 and is not, E4 or C5. All right, fantastic job, Adrian. And Adrian, I really want to applaud you for going back. Let's go check the ABCD. I want to see what your D looks like here. Oh, see? Now this is what I'm talking about. Okay. Now, you can see that in every single one of these, each measure is starting differently. Yeah, you can say, okay, the connection between the B and the A. This is radically different. This is radically different. And what's cool about the radical difference is it's just a simple matter of switching these 2 measures. That's all it takes, and it's radically different. All right, let's check out the ABCD. There you go. Fantastic. Go on to the next exercise. Really, really good job. Also, fantastic way of reusing the motifs in different orders to get different subphrases that then have what sounds like contrasting material, but it's really the same stuff in different orders. Fantastic job. Go on to the next exercise. Well done, Adrian. Okay, let's check out this next one. This next one is from Lucas. Lucas did another game jam. Congratulations, Lucas. And because of lack of communication issues, the game did not release for the jam. Welcome to doing game jams. It's happened to me a couple times too. Okay, let's check out the music here and see if there's any feedback. Let's rock and roll. Nice. Nice. Now an octave down. Something new could have happened right there. Okay, I think, you know. Nice. Yeah, awesome. Well, I'd love to hear you now add in, hold on. I'd love to hear you now add in a radically contrasting section after this and then bring that whole thing back again to really make it a nice, 2.5 minute long piece and bring it back again this time with more instruments and more variation. Also, an idea for you, Lucas, we heard you submit 2 water pieces for a game a couple weeks ago. Why not take those, flesh those out, and get those ready to go, flesh these out, get these ready to go, release them on a Spotify, YouTube Music, Apple Music, and then also put them up for sale on the Unity and the Fab storefronts, etc. Might be a cool way to make a couple extra bucks and help other people get your music into their games. Let's check out Lucas's next one here. Nice. Good job mixing too. I can hear everything. The snare could come down a little bit. Those could come down a little bit too. Nice. Nice, dude. Oh, dude, great job. Yeah, why not bring that back for another A section and then get a contrasting B section and then do A, B, and be done. And then flesh it out to a nice 3-minute track and put that out on streaming services. Fantastic job. Fantastic job. And here's something I want to highlight is that, when you're working in a game jam or you're working on a game that doesn't get released for whatever reason, it's like you now have all this time and effort you've created products with. It's products. Your songs are your products. You've taken all this time, all this effort, all this energy and created some products. Now you have those products. Take them across the finish line, release them, and put them out into the world so that all that stored energy and effort that you put into creating them can then go bring back and bring more to you. So put it out on the streaming services, put it out on Bandcamp, put it out on Unity, put it out on Fab, get it out into the world, make some money from it, build your portfolio with it. Awesome job, Lucas. Keep crushing, dude. Really good job. All right, next up we have from Luca. Luca completed 30 sketches. Bravo, Luca. Well done. Well done. All right, numbers 7, 9, and 21 are the favorites, so we're going to go listen to those 3 right now. Let's check out number 7. Oh, we've got, this is not just a sketch, you got drums and everything. This is cool. Fire. Write another 16 measures for that. Here's my challenge to you though. Write 16 measures, melody only. No second hand, so just the top line of the piano. No drums, no second line of the piano, no bass clef of the piano. And the reason for that is you're gonna have to make the melody stand on its own. That's also part of the point of this exercise, to make a melody that can stand on its own without anything else behind it. Really, really fantastic job with that. Definitely write another 16 measures on that, or even another 24 measures. All right, let's check out number 9. Number 9. Number 9. Yeah, cool. Again, write another 8 measures, another 24 measures for this. Melody only, nothing else. Excellent. And 21. And by the way, if you're going, man, it doesn't sound good with just the melody. That's your opportunity for growth right there. Have the melody be able to sell it. And then if you want to use all instruments, we know, by the way, I know because I've listened to some of your music, you have the skill of getting a bunch of instruments to sound like something. Here's the challenge. Get one instrument to tell the story. Then all the other instruments can come in and serve the story that that one instrument is telling. That's the thematic way of making music, right? All right, check this out. All right, and it also seems that right now you're following something of a formula. And the formula that you seem to be following is 3 measures and then 1 measure, where in the 4th measure we have a unison between the top and bottom voices. And then we have 3 measures again, and then unison between top and bottom voices. So what I invite you to do is you can keep using that pattern. It sounds great. Go melody only. So take these 3 that you like, extend all of them melody only, and then resubmit. Okay. And I think I actually saw one from Luca as well over in our wins. Sure did. Okay. Yeah, see what I mean? Like, Luca, you know how to make stuff that sounds good with a bunch of instruments. I know you know how to do that. You know how to do that. Here's what's going to take you to the next level. Melody only composition. Force yourself to be able to tell a story with one instrument, then bring everything else in to back it up. Like, this sounds cool. You might test also bringing the bass down, bass guitar. Yeah, bass is a little hot in the mix. And yeah, dude, if you want to make ambient stuff like this, I'm confident you could create ambient stuff like this all day. I am. And I think if you go watch the stream I did of creating the ambient music for the Medieval Legends game, that'll also give you some cool tips and tricks you can use in this. But like, dude, I had it right the first time. Go create some melody-only compositions. This sounds cool. But you could go make 100 of these, and you'll get better at doing this. But right now, the arrow that's missing in your quiver is, hey, can I create a compelling melody, a compelling theme, and then back that up? Do that first. All right. Let's see here. Do we have any questions in the chat? If you have questions or you want me to review your piece, now is the time. Also, oh, Maple Colossus in the chat. Shout out to Maple Colossus. Glitch Phoenix. Is that Glitch Phoenix has a question. Let's put it on the. Can I share it on the screen? No, I can't. That's okay. Chat settings. Gonna do it that way. Embed in stream. No, it's too complicated for right now. Okay, Glitch Phoenix says, I do have a question. What are your thoughts on listening to your own music outside of just producing and giving it the final list before it's sent to? I mean, if you're creating music that you like, listen to it. In my case, I'm my own biggest fan when it comes to music. Great, that makes sense. Most of that stems from the fact that I'm making music for my own game, so essentially make whatever I want. Yeah, great. Like, does that make me egotistical, or is that not normal? No, dude. I wouldn't worry about that. Like, don't even think about it. Like, listen to stuff that you like listening to. And if you like listening to what you make the things that you like. Make what you want to make and listen to it. Cool stuff. All right. Those are questions answered. Maple Colossus says, love having the 4 measure bars being treated as an A phrase. Yeah, dude. Like, as soon as I understood that, it took my melody writing to the next level. Scaling up the lessons learned about each measure being a phrase pattern in 4 bars. Way cool. Yeah, awesome stuff. All right. Those are our community questions answered for this week. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care and